Hello, and welcome back to another Dokkan battle video. What is it today? Day 3, I think? Yeah, it should be, right, because it's Sunday. Anyway, we're gonna hop right on into this. I'm gonna be really blunt, right? Yesterday went so much better than I thought it would that I don't really think it's gonna get better than that, because we nearly beat Janimbo, right? And he was on main rotation the entire time, pretty much. The second I could get him on rotation. Granted, he did die immediately after getting hit for the first time, which, I mean, like, fair enough. It's like that, you know. I really did think we had like a decent chance. It could have gone a little bit better. I think if we had like even slightly better, and I'm talking slightly better RNG, we would have won against Janimbo. Like if that, because he got supered to end. Sorry if you haven't watched yesterday's part of Lookback week, but the only reason we lost is because 23 World Tournament Goku got super attacked. Right. If he would have gotten hit by just a normal, or if he would have dodged it, I legit think we would have just straight up won. Which is like kind of great, all things considered, right? Like he did good. He didn't do bad. He could have done significantly worse, but he didn't. He did pretty alright. So anyway, the reason we're in here, again, I mentioned it in the last video actually, because I wanted to initially go into this fight with the Goku family team. But the main reason we're in here is because this fight is one that is full of key-based super attacks, right? Just key blasts. All around, everything's a key blast. So we're able to get him his hits that he needs, while also not really having to worry about him having to take a super attack, because he has a 50% chance of just not having to do it in the first place. Now the issue is, when you're running specifically the Roshi team, the Roshi team has like a core, like 4 members of the team, right? And that is Roshi himself, the 2 UIs, and Bulma. Alright, so you have 4 of your 6 slots taken up already by Roshi, the UIs, and Bulma. Because that's just the best units that you have access to on this team, so it just kind of makes sense. And Roshi's, of course, the leader, right? That gives you 2 more spots. One, the character that you want to show on the Roshi team, being in this case 23rd World Tournament Goku. The 23rd World Tournament Goku is not really a character that you keep on rotation, right? So you have to bring another character who can do that. And in this case, that is technically Videl. Now, when we were doing the first day, I did not bring anybody else because I wanted to specifically try to get a rotation of 23rd World Tournament Goku with Grandpa Gohan. Now, Grandpa Gohan is a great unit, but he also cannot go in slot 1. Block this? Beautiful. Already proven why we brought him into this fight. And a dodge. That's great. Oh my god, the dodges are saving us so much HP. Because again, I have explained before already that even if he does dodge, it still counts as an attack guarded. Right, so we can go and we can see in the next turn, we can actually check this now. When we go to the next turn with him on it, and we click on him, you know how it has the counters for all the new icons or whatever? The counter for attacks guarded will probably still be 4, right? Instead of just 2. It's going to say he got hit twice, but it's going to say he guarded 4 times, which does matter. It matters a lot, because that is a much bigger buff than the get hit buff, right? Dodging 1 attack is the equivalent of getting hit like twice, right? If you like separate the 2 buffs, right? So realistically, we got a decent part of his passive built up. Obviously, he's not going to get the get hit portion, but he is going to get the guarded portion, which does matter a lot, because it makes it so when he does get hit, it's a significantly weaker hit than if you would have just eaten it raw, right? You'll have more defense going into the next hit, if you get what I mean. So, that's why we have the dodge build. It makes sense. It's great. Also, I've been playing so much goddamn Metaphor, I am getting my ass beat and it's bad. I don't know if I'm just like under level or whatever, but I don't want to give any spoilers in case you want to play the game, because the game's great. It's an amazing game. But without spoilers, I just got past 9/11. Now I know, if you're from America, me just saying 9/11 is gonna be kind of funny, because it's, you know, it's 9/11. But 9/11, the date in Metaphor, because it's an Atlas game, they go by, you know, dates. 9/11 in Metaphor is a crazy, wild, batshit crazy, tragic, sad, insane, what the fuck day in Metaphor. And I find that really crazy that they decided, you know what day should we have all this stuff take place in? How about 9/11? And I think that's funny, to me personally. I just think that's, you know, interesting. Very interesting that they did that. At the same time, that's where I am at in the game. And I'm only level 40. I think I'm severely under leveled, because I went to go fight like a bird in a tower, and like it was like one-shotting me turn 1, and I was like, oh, what the hell? What is wrong with this bird? And I looked up what level the bird is. The bird is level 55. And it was a quest that I could have done a while ago. So I'm like, what the hell? And I think the problem is, right, whenever I go into a new area in Metaphor, I immediately, and I mean this, I immediately feel underpowered. Because I go into this new area, and then I'm like, alright, cool. Let me fight some of these enemies. I do one squad battle, and these things are doing like my whole health bar. They all have like every single buff in the game, and it takes me like half my MP bar to take them out. And I'm just like, I cannot reasonably fight all these guys if I want to make it through this dungeon. I just will not make it. So it's kind of weird that like I feel like I'm supposed to be able to fight these enemies, but at the same time I'm not strong enough to survive the fights without like taking like 10 days to beat a dungeon. And obviously I'm not going to take 10 days to beat a dungeon because there's time limits, right? So it's like, all right, well, let me just do what I can, fight the enemies I can, kill the enemies I can, maybe fight 1 or 2 bosses here and there, and then we'll level up from the big bosses. And that's what's kind of been happening. So now I'm in like the 40s, and every time I get a new party member, they're like 6 levels higher than what I am, and I'm like, yeah, I feel like there's a problem here. But at the same time, I haven't really found like a good spot to grind in. I did just unlock one of the links, the basically social links if you played that Persona game. One of them, what it does is if you hit rank 7, I believe, you get significantly increased XP at the end of battle. So I just got that, and that's helping a lot. So we'll get some use out of that in a bit, and hopefully I get some XP in. But it's been rough. Metaphor has been a tough game for me. It's like filled with us getting, like my team just getting absolutely like blasted, like over and over and over again. And there's not really a whole lot I can do about that. It's just what happens. I'm winning the boss battles. Like I don't feel underpowered for like the story bosses. I feel underpowered for like the regular enemies and the optional bosses. Those are the bosses I feel really underpowered. Please dodge this, Fidel. Thank you. I didn't want to just like spend the entire video talking about Metaphor and then we die to a missed dodge. 23 million episodes. Pretty strong, huh? But yeah, so that's basically what I've been doing. And it's great. The game's great though. There's a lot of characters I really like. And if you follow me on Twitter, you know my favorite character by now, probably. I have 2. Right? Because I've been reposting a lot of art about them. I'm not even like gooning. I just really like the characters. Because I don't find, okay, so sometimes the Atlas games, this is like one of the only, well, I can't really say that because I'm pretty sure in the Shin Megami Tensei games you can't romance anybody anyway. But unlike the Persona games, for Metaphor, you can't romance any of their party members or anything like that. So like none of the actual like links are romantic at all, really. But just a lot of the characters are really cool. I like them a lot. You even get some like really cool dudes, right? Like one of my favorite characters His name's Heismay. He's like this little bat guy. Bro's just like a sad dad. And I rock with that because he's great. He's a great guy. He's just a little bat dude. And they gave him an incredibly tragic backstory. Gotta love it. Gotta love what they do with games. It's great. Alice cooks it up. And I know I'm kind of just like rambling on about like an entirely different game while we're playing Dokkan, but like we're not in a hard fight. We've already seen the only reason why I wanted to bring him in here. Actually, I did not show off the thing I wanted to show off, which was clicking on his actual thing to show the guard meter or the guard counter, which would show the dodges as cards. I didn't show that, which I probably should have, but it's fine. It's fine. It's not that big of a deal. I've talked about it in like every video. Y'all get it at this point. Like I don't need to like keep saying it over and over again. But you know, it is what it is. It is. Anyway, quick and easy video today. I just wanted to like get more footage of him doing the beam nullification and getting hit and stuff. That's pretty much all for today, though. Easy W's. I don't know what we're gonna do tomorrow. Like, I really don't, because like a lot of the fights they're just not good for him. He's just one of those characters that, in his prime, he was like a stat monster, and now all the stats in the game has gotten so far up that it's kind of hard for 23 Worlds from Goku to kind of keep up. But like, it is what it is. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.